Right,
or a
yeah.
woman. Sorry.
I'm sure you are.
So that's all you have to do is be a woman or
So go
be a
ahead and put
man.
your cam on for us. Show us your feminine features.
Or you can click on my profile. That's pretty simple. But
Yeah,
oh, my feminine features define my gender. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just asking you to put your cam
Oh,
on.
and you assumed my gender earlier. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's slow down. That's not how we do it.
Did you want to talk about the prompt or like what are you here for?
Well, you can't tell me I'm not a girl just because of my features.
That's not what I said. I just asked you to put your cam on.
My room is dark. You wouldn't even be able to see me. It's 6 in the morning. But if I'm a man, I just transition
Yeah,
to a woman. I can be.
you're boring. I don't really I don't really care for transphobic people. Oh, let's see. How do I get this back to the way that it fucking was? There we go. All right. Welcome in. If you guys don't mind tapping the screen when you get here, I'd appreciate it. Thank you for the coins, Albert. You're the best. Can you tell us your age and pronouns, please? Take your time. Don't worry about the 79 people in here. Sure. Thank you for nothing. Thank you for the follow.
Yo,
Tell us your age and pronouns, please.
I'm 27, male. He, him.
I find it interesting that you had to tell us what's dangling between your legs. I don't remember asking you that.
You said pronouns, no?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with your anatomy.
Oh, what did I say? I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
You just told us that you were a male. It bared no importance on this conversation at all, or the question.
Oh, my bad. Was that a mistake? Was I not supposed to do that when I do my pronouns?
Yeah, you just identify as he, him, she, her, they, them. That's all.
Okay, my bad. My bad. Yeah, he, him.
So what do you want?
Just the argument when women say it's all men till known to men
Do I look
because
like a woman to you?
no, I know. Well, I'm speaking because the prompt says all men till no men.
Yeah, but I'm not a woman.
It's based off women violence, right? Against women's violence, like they're perpetuating women's violence. Men are, right? Men.
It's connected to that, sure.
It's connected to it, right? Right? Okay, cool. Let's continue. Now, there's only two genders, men and women, so men lead in everything, right? Yeah, there's only two, right?
No, I think you mean there's only two sexes. And that's
Okay, there's
still,
only two sexes.
that's still not even actually true.
There's domineering men and then there's domineering women, right? But there's more domineering men in the world. So yeah, of course we're gonna lead in everything, including crime
I'm
statistics.
sorry.
So
I'm
when
sorry,
women
Dominic.
say, when women say it's all mental moment, it doesn't make any sense because our women are also perpetuating violence against women. It's just more
What's your
men.
name? What's your name?
It says it right there. You don't see it? Lol ant.
It's Lant.
LOL. Then there's a space. You know what a space is?
Yeah, so that's the name your mama gave you?
Ant. What do you think ant is?
Ant. Okay, so Ant. Just tell us that
Anthony. What do you
Ant,
think?
Ant, just tell us that you have no idea what this means.
I know exactly what it means. I'm trying to tell you there are more men
No, what you're telling me is that you don't have any fucking clue
things than
what this
women.
means.
So when they say and argue that it's all men, it's wrong because they're just thinking men lead in everything, including crime. You know that. You know that. Especially white men. White men lead in every crime statistic. It's true. So of course we're going to lead in women violence too. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. We have more men in the world than women, and they do more things in the world than women, including crime, and it sucks. So to say it's all men to no men is kind of weird because it's not all men. It's just men that commit violence, which men do a lot in this world. A lot. You understand?
No, you don't understand.
No, you don't understand. I'm telling you, there are men that are violent in the world, and they're going to commit violence, but it's not all men. So when women say it's not all men to no men, it's not, because it's only the violent ones. You get it? It's only the ones that are raping and pillaging and stabbing and whatever they're doing, robbing, looting, killing. It's the violent ones. Don't you agree?
I need you to shut the fuck up for like 5 seconds. Can you do that?
So hold on. You're including that too, right?
5 seconds.
So can you commit those crimes?
So just for 5 seconds, I need you to practice a little impulse control. Can you do that?
No, hold on. I want you to answer my question. Are you one of
This isn't your show. It's not all about Ant.
Are you one of the men?
And I need you to relax and listen to me. You have
Okay.
no fucking clue.
Listening.
Shut the
Listening.
fuck up. Shut up.
I don't have to.
No, well, you do, because I'm just going to keep muting you, and then.
I don't have to do shit, buddy. But go continue.
Oh, so you're going to let me speak on my own channel?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
Oh, good. Thank you for the permission. I appreciate it.
You're
that.
so fucking welcome.
And kind.
Yeah, we could keep going back and forth. Just say what you're gonna say.
Are you done?
Sure, buddy.
Just let me know when you're done.
Waiting.
So you're done.
You gonna land the plane? Or are you gonna bark all day?
How long are we going to wade through your ego?
All day. Because I'm a New Yorker.
Clearly.
If you haven't tell, I'm from New York, so you're gonna wait all day.
I don't give a fuck where you're from, dude.
So does the rest of the world. Don't worry.
So the all men until it's no men is slightly connected to the thing that you're suggesting, but it's not exactly that. So would you like to learn about what it means?
Sure, I'd like to attempt to.
I'm glad you used the word attempt. It's all men until it's
I
no
might
men.
not believe you.
You don't have to believe me. This is literally the Google AI overview of the phrase. So I'm going to read it to you verbatim. Not that Google's like free and takes 15 seconds, but all men until it's no men is a phrase used to highlight the systemic issue of male privilege and the idea that even if not every man is actually harmful, the societal structures benefiting men as a group can still contribute to inequalities faced by women, essentially saying that until men actively work individually to dismantle these structures, it can be considered all men when discussing issues like sexism and gender-based violence. Please take a moment for that information to sink in.
It's thinking, and you're telling me I have to conform to that ideology.
No, what I'm telling you is
wrong.
that you should. What I'm telling you is that you should practice emotional and impulse regulation control.
I do.
I'm sure you do.
I don't harm the women in my life.
I'm sure you do.
I embrace them all. My girlfriend, my mother, my aunts.
Right.
I love everyone in my family, and so do you. Only the sicko, weirdo, violent men that I was talking about before.
The sicko weirdo ones.
Yeah, the weirdo, psychopathic, sociopathic, ego-driven. Yeah, those. Not me. Not you. I think we're one of the normal ones. Wouldn't you agree?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. So no, I'm a man. I don't know if you were confused, but
I'm also a man.
I can't tell, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
How old
telling
are you
you,
again?
I'm a man. 27. How old are you?
27. Yeah. I'm 38.
Wow, you're 38 and you still believe in this fucking nonsense?
I'm still believing that each individual man should practice emotional and impulse regulation control. Yeah. I'm still believing that men should stop beating the fuck out of their partners and their children.
Not all men do.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
You're putting men.
Shut up, dude.
You're putting men in a fucking box. No, you see, you said, "Oh,
I am putting men in a box because it is men, like you said, that perpetuate 90% of the violence towards women and children. It is men, like you said, that dominate the grave statistics. It's men, like you said, that dominate societal structures up to and including politics and law and commerce and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, what I'm saying is that each individual man should become aware of his own gigantic fucking ego, set that aside for a little bit, practice a little empathy and reflection, and notice his proclivity to have impulse control issues and maybe consider his own emotions once in a while. That's what this phrase is saying. That each individual man should do that.
Are men just yelling at women? Like I've never even screamed at a woman.
I find that really hard to believe.
Not once. I'm Italian, yeah. I'm loud with you because you're a fucking man. I would never scream at a woman. I was raised right.
Are you trying to convince me? Because like I really don't care.
Yeah, I actually am trying to convince you that it's not all men. Yeah, I actually am trying to convince you.
So you didn't hear anything that I said?
I did. I just don't conform to your ideology. Like bullshit. It's bullshit. It's just
not
words.
Bullshit. It is a empirical fact that men are the leading contributors to all violence and rape perpetuated towards women and children. That is a empirical fact. It's not an idea.
Did I not just tell you there are 57? There are more.
Can you take your phone out of your mouth, please?
There are 57%. There are 50%, 57% male, 53% female in this population, okay? There's more men. Of course, there's going to be more rape statistically by men.
Right, and that's just
stats.
And that's just a consequence of pure numbers, right? It's not a consequence of bad.
Yes.
It's not a consequence of bad sociological behavior or lack of impulse control, right? It's just men being men. That's what you're trying to say. Take your phone out of your fucking mouth.
You don't control me. You hear me?
I'm just suggesting that maybe you stop chewing on your phone while you're trying to have a conversation, my guy.
You hear me? You don't. That's why I'll never conform to this bullshit. And all other men won't either. Because you don't fucking control me.
Buddy, I'm literally just asking you to practice emotion regulation control and impulse control. That's it.
I do that with my woman, but with you, I would never because you're a piece of shit. You're a fucking loser.
Are you done?
Yeah.
All right, you can fuck off now if you want.
Yeah, go keep being a pussy.
Sweetheart, my name and my location is available for your convenience. It'll take you about 15 seconds to figure out exactly where I am. New York is a hop, skip, and a jump from where I'm at, sweetheart. So please, by all means, by all fucking means. Yeah. Guest clearly can't control his emotions. Guest clearly has to practice some emotional regulation control. Guest clearly is impulsive and dismissing the fact that men are just being men. That's just what men do. There's more men, so we're going to dominate culture and society, and we're going to be the leaders in grape because it's just a matter of pure numbers and testosterone. Like the oldest misogynist trope that I've ever heard came leaking out of that person's face sore. The sore in his face, like in this area. Leaking. Welcome back to the conversation. If you are in opposition, please hit the guest request button. I would appreciate it. If you haven't already followed the page, now's a good time. We lost like 100 fucking subscribers and more when they threatened to banana TikTok. So we're trying to regain that ground. So if you haven't considered subscribing, please do. I'm never going to increase the subscription. It's only going to be the minimum. So I'd appreciate that if you can. If not, thank you for being here. Your time and attention means a lot to me. And let's move on. Let's see what else we got here this morning. Can you tell us your age and pronouns, please?
Yo, what's up, bro? 27. He, sure. He, her.
What do you want?
Yeah. So I'm
I'm sorry.
kinda
Did you
curious.
say he, her?
Yeah.
Got it. It sounds more like she, her to me. But what do I know?
No, he, her.
Yeah, she, her.
No, he, her. Sorry. No, he, her. I'm just trying to help specify.
Right. She, her. Got it.
Why are you making fun of pronouns when you ask me what my pronouns are?
Because I think you're a disingenuous donkey.
You can't. How is that being disingenuous?
Because you're going he, her, he, her, he, her,
You're just making fun of people that like
he, her,
who have certain pronouns that you don't
he,
align with.
her,
So you just make fun of people for coming up and saying what their
he,
pronouns are.
her.
That's what you do. You just
Yeah,
like you make a fool out of people that like say what their pronouns are.
Yeah. So what do you want? Why are you here?
I'm just saying, like, so you just make fun of people for their
How
pronouns.
long is it going to take for us to get over your fucking weird pronoun thing? How long is it going to take?
You just asked me what my pronouns are.
Yes, and you said he, her, like every other fucking donkey that tries to circumvent
He,
that
her.
question. It's not complicated. It's a very simple concept. It's like one of the basic things that we learn in English.
Yeah, but if I say
Yes,
he, her,
I'm 100. Just so we're clear, I am 100% making fun of you. You said you're how old?
27.
Right, an adult
Yeah.
who still has a problem figuring out how to identify himself.
You're kidding me, right? So if I were to say they, them, you'd be okay with it?
That's a little more concise now, isn't it?
How is it more concise if I say he, her versus they, them?
How is it more concise?
Yeah.
Because it's conforming to an identity that fits your personal preference.
What does they, them mean?
I couldn't care less, honestly.
Oh,
Like,
you could care less.
No, hear me out. I couldn't care less when it comes from the mouth of a braying donkey like yourself. Do you want to actually like have a conversation on the subject, or like are we just going to do this gender thing the whole time?
You just you agree that you sound like an idiot. You agree with someone that says they, them, but you don't agree with he, her. That makes sense.
Very simple, sir. I don't know how long we're going to tiptoe around your fucking ego. It's very fragile.
What? You're the one that's like hee haw, hee haw.
That's
You're the one
literally
that's
what you
showing
said.
your ego, trying to make a fool out of people.
That's literally what you said.
I said he, her.
Yeah, he, her.
Yeah. Are you just trying to be funny, or like, are you like? I thought you're
Do I
trying
look
to
like I'm laughing? I'm actually fucking embarrassed for you. I'm trying to get you to talk about the prompt, but you seem incapable of doing that.
You seem incapable of breaking down how you're hypocritical about pronouns.
Right. And you're focused on what? Me?
Yeah, I'm focused on you.
Got it. Good. I'm glad you're here. Now, did you want to address the prompt?
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see what. Why do you think that? Like, why do you have this ideology?
Oh, it's an ideology, right?
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what it means?
Yeah.
Tell us what it means.
It's essentially talking about how we need to be cautious of men because of the actions that they take.
And what's wrong with that? Even if that is the premise, which it's not.
It's just kind of stupid to have a ideology. It's almost like basically saying that you let's just say if you're a specific race that commits more crime than other races, then you should be cautious of that race. That's essentially what you're saying.
No, it's not what I'm saying at all.
Statistics indicate that we should be cautious of certain people.
No, so okay, that's not what this
That's
means.
basically
That's
what it
nothing to do
means.
with race. Nothing to do with race.
I'm just saying it's basically what that means.
No, it's not what it basically means. So,
That's literally what that
you're
means.
telling. So hear me out. What you're saying is that you don't know what this fucking means.
100%. I just told you what it meant.
That's not what it means.
What does it mean then?
All men till it's no men is a phrase used to highlight, hear me out, systemic issue of male privilege and the idea that if not every man is actively harmful, the societal structures benefiting men as a group can still contribute to inequalities faced by women. Essentially saying that until each individual man actively works to dismantle these structures, it can be considered all men when discussing issues like sexism and gender-based violence. So in layman's terms, what's that saying is that each individual man should be aware of his proclivity to perpetuate misogyny and patriarchal values so that he can practice a little introspection, emotional regulation, and impulse control. You have a problem with that, sir?
Emotional
Like basically
regulation,
saying that
impulse
men should
control.
stop beating women and children. Men should practice emotional regulation control so they're not punching holes in the walls around their 3-year-old child, because that's not very manly, in my opinion.
Do you believe in God?
I'm not interested in theology. I'm asking you clearly if this is something that you're opposed to. When
So do you
all
think
I'm
every
saying-
man-
when
so you're
all
saying- you're
every
saying-
woman is ever saying when they say it's all men till it's no men is that each individual man should be aware of his emotions and impulse control. And
Do you
that's-
think, okay, do you think that when you're born, that you're automatically wired as a man and susceptible to beating women, as you said, and being misogynistic, or do you think it's how you're raised?
What-
So you think every man
so
is the same wiring?
There's a case for nature versus nurture, and I think it's far more nurture than it is nature. But if you're out there assuming that boys are graping and attacking women and children, then I would say that you're exactly fucking stupid. Because it's not boys, we're talking about men.
Okay, so you're saying that automatically when you're a man, that you're wired to be misogynistic, and you're like, without how you're raised, it has nothing to do with that. It's an automatic wiring that you're automatically led to beating women, is what you said. So you're saying you have to work on yourself.
Nope. What I'm saying is that each individual man should be aware of his emotions and should be aware of his impulses so that he doesn't.
Does every man have the same
perpetuate the violence
emotions?
and crime
Is every
Can you
person?
shut the fuck up for like 3 seconds, man?
You're the one that doesn't understand pronouns.
Right.
You don't understand.
Are you done?
No, so you can explain what a they them is.
Are we having a conversation about pronouns, or are we having a conversation about it's all men till it's no men?
I mean, you're pretty interested in asking me what my pronouns were.
Right, to clarify so that the chat can communicate in a way that is comfortable for you. That, like, what's the big deal about that?
Well, I did, and then you kind of made fun of it.
Yeah, you said he, her.
Yeah, he, her.
Yeah. It's a vicious deflection. You're doing everything you can other than talk about the prompt. Basically, all I'm saying is that men
So
should.
what's so
take
funny about that?
Shut the fuck up.
What's so funny about that?
I don't think it's funny at all. I think you're actually very pathetic. And any man who's opposed to this idea is very pathetic, in my opinion, because the idea is basically that men should stop beating women and children. What kind of self-respecting man would be opposed to an idea like men should stop beating women and children? Please, he, her, one more time for us.
That every man's not susceptible. That they're not this. Like, you're basically saying that you have to work on yourself.
What?
You said you have to work on yourself to prevent yourself from doing acts like that, but like you're essentially saying that every man's wired the same way because of that.
What I'm saying is that every man should be aware of his own individual impulses and emotions, and that he should in turn lead by example by generating impulse control and emotional regulation. That's what I'm saying.
No, you're not.
Every man does that. So until every man does that, it's all men. Do you understand now?
Maybe it's you, but you're just projecting what you
Do
feel about
you
yourself.
understand the concept now? Yes or no?
No, I don't understand the concept because
it.
you're just, it's basically projecting what you feel about yourself onto other
I'm
guests.
projecting.
Yes.
Right. Taking accountability versus projection.
No, I think you're just projecting.
Right. Sure.
You're projecting your own like hateful feelings about yourself onto guests and think that everybody else is the same way as you.
Now I hate myself?
I think you do.
Really?
Yeah,
And you're talking about projection in the same sentence.
correct. I think that you're just projecting what you feel about yourself and the hatred you have for humanity, and you're projecting that onto other men.
Interesting. When the concept is simply that men should stop beating women and children. That's your answer.
I think that what you just displayed with the pronouns is like how you feel about yourself. You just
you're still stuck on that.
Well, you just kind of revealed your deck of cards on
Did
how
I?
you feel about. Yeah, you did.
Right.
Your hypocrisy.
And you're still talking about projection, right? Just to be clear.
It is projection. That's kind of like what quote unquote a bully is projecting what they feel about themselves onto other people.
Oh, now I'm bullying you?
No, I'm just saying in general. I think that you have like just insecurities, and you're just projecting those insecurities onto other guests.
Really?
Correct.
Got it. So I'm insecure because I'm saying that men should stop beating women and children.
I would say you're insecure. Yes.
Right. So I'm insecure because I'm saying men should stop beating women and children using my fucking actual location and my full government name that's available where everybody can find me. But I'm insecure.
Yeah, I think that you're insecure.
EPS Russia.
Yes, I think that you're deeply insecure.
Got it.
Nobody asked you for your location.
It's available.
For what though? What's the point of even bringing that up?
To prove that there's not much insecurity there. Do you mind turning your camera on for us?
I can't,
Why not?
because I don't have the option to.
Interesting. I can't imagine why.
What is that supposed to mean?
Maybe people just aren't interested in what you have to say.
Maybe people aren't interested. What are you talking about? What does that have to do with the option to turn on the camera? You see what I'm
with
saying?
a
Like these
certain
little
amount of
jabs.
people who are interested in what you have to say, then the option to turn on your camera becomes available, isn't it? Isn't that true?
Incorrect.
Oh, right. Okay.
It has to do with the amount of how much you use the app, how many followers you have. It has nothing to do with.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
Right. The amount of followers, right? Because people follow you when you have something interesting to talk about, right?
Maybe I just don't go on the app as much.
Maybe.
Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe there's a bunch of other reasons why. Maybe it has nothing to do with the fact that. What did you say? You said that it's because people want to hear you talk, so therefore you have the option to turn your camera. What does that even mean?
Are you feeling insecure?
Yeah, totally.
I can tell.
So is it like your job to like basically keep men accountable, or are you just trying to like tell men off on here, or what are you trying to do?
What does it matter?
This month, what does that mean? What was the horror game we did? Pyramid